So, is there anyone in this room who would like to have a better memory, better being able to remember things? Okay, just that's nearly half of you, and there are maybe people in this room who would like to have better concentration, better being able to focus on your job and not let distracted all the times. That's even more people. But I tell you, if these things don't work the way you want them to, it may help them to do just. And luckily, there are things you can do to improve it. I'm here as a neurobiologist and I work as a science journalist. So you can say I know a thing or two about this research all but there can be quite a gap between knowing a lot about the brain and actually being looked to it. I learned that. What is kind of uh, what is kind of as a science journalist 20 years ago, I was so eager to show the world that I could do it. I could own every segment. I could have and with every hot shot around. I worked till way past midnight and I had to get up early because I had two little kids and a hard-working husband and all sorts of challenges and had time to think. I want to know why that leads to right. I couldn't believe it, but I had a burnout and it felt like my brain had just leveled up on me. I wasn't able to plan anymore. I couldn't decide a large to-do list, what to do first, what to do next. I couldn't concentrate on my work. I couldn't remember anything and my emotions were all over the place, mainly low. And as a science journalist, as a brain scientist, I knew that chronic stress is devastating for the brain. It creates modulated in a toxic cocktail of stress hormones and it affects two areas in particular. The first area is the frontal lobe, and I've got a human brain model here. It sits on your head like this, and this frontal lobe, we use this to do actually all this as I just mentioned, to set a role, to make a plan, to decide what to do first, what to do next. It's the seat of your working memory, you use it to focus on your job, and it keeps your emotions under control. And the second vulnerable part is the hippocampus. It's on the other side of the brain and it's more in the middle, a bit more in the middle, and this is the core of our memory. Now, what are these two areas associated with stress? Is because stress hormones, high stress hormone levels likely make the cells in this area shrink. The street of brain cell here are right of right. This is heavily agency on the long excursions, those branches and reach the reach out to all the neurons in contact with each other, so they form a network and then grasp in people who are chronically stressed. You can see these branches disappear, the contacts work out, they just dissolve, and the network just doesn't work as well anymore. So the, so that's part of the news, right? But luckily, right science has revealed many things you can do to go backward this. And I discovered that when I delve into the literature to search for ways to improve the brain. And I'll share with you the four most important ones. By far, the best thing you can do for your brain is be physically active. Now we all know that being physically active is good for you, right? But there can be quite a gap between knowing this and actually doing this. Yeah. But when you are working out, it's not just look up because your hands are pumping and you have oxygen to your brains while you've been physically active. Your brain actually makes a growth factor that stimulates the outgrowth of these branches. They grow out when they accomplish contact and maybe even new cells are formed. So while you're working out, you're not just working on your body, but you're also working on your mind. And you don't have to run a marathon if that's not your hunger, because research shows that all the people who just walk literally for 3 hours a week, 45 minutes a day a week, a period, 3 hours a week, 45 minutes, the hippocampus is already bigger in size than in people who only do stretching exercise. So I choose to decide to first work that deadline and go to the gym. Week later, maybe next week. But I don't do that anymore. I now first go to the gym and then work the deadline. The second very important thing, the second very important thing you can do to your brain is sleep well. Now would like to see your hands. Who of you has slept 8 hours last night? 8 hours. Well, you did quite okay. At least 40%. They can be quite a gap between no one that sleep is good for you and actually doing it. But I can tell you, and you may know already, that sleep loss is a chronic gesture for your brain as well. Only after one night without sleep, you know that your concentration is bad, your memory is worse, you're more irritable. So that's only after one night of sleep. This area behind your forehead sky malfunctioning. That alone after midnight of too little sleep. While we sleep, our brain recognizes itself. The loop connections are strengthened, the back connections are taken out, and it pushes itself clean the waste water. So we really need the dark for look working right. Now I told you that work till way past midnight, but I don't do that anymore. I'm not sure I left my hours of sleep and it's really difficult for me because I'm a night owl and I like to stay up late. But whenever I miss an hour or two, I make sure I make up for it the next night. Of course, your brain then also needs good building blocks food and doing food research. This is very difficult. It's very hard to pinpoint which specific vitamin or mineral is good for your brain. But for an anti-aging powder, it's perfectly clear. People who eat Mediterranean diet have a better brain for longer time with better memory and better concentration. Now, what is that? A Mediterranean diet is also on pizza and pasta, maybe, but you hope that, but that's not the case. It's large this large amount of foods and vegetables and that's the basis. You see first headline, which is very important because it provides fatty acids and then essential building blocks for our brain and we cannot make them ourselves. Where you see some other proteins and brains and you can also see this healthy fats, olive oil and nuts and then some scholars these seem to be the two secret ingredients that keep your brain healthy for a long time. Just saying that. Maybe some evil eyes in the room have spotted at the bottom of left wide. I don't know if you saw that. I have it here behind the label. No, no, it's not good for you. Sorry, not for your brain, please. But there is something you can do for your brain, and that is meditate. And this is maybe even harder area to do research on, but there's an increasing pile of scientific papers that show you daily meditation can have beneficial effects, but it can have beneficial effects on your focus and your attention. And the basic way you can look at meditation as a journey of your attention because you sit with your eyes closed and you focus on your breath, and then your mind wanders off to something you have to do, and then you look back on your breath, and it happens awareness. And that's why you train your attention and also flexibility, your emotion control. It says that many of these functions of the area behind your forehead are strengthened by percussion training. So can you try it if you like? Work into your routine in the morning or just before you go to bed. And you can start with 5 minutes a day and see how it goes. I do it every day and it comes up and on. I really miss it. So with these four adjustments in your life, you can really calculate the devastating effect of chronic stress and make your brain resilient to it. I put these two I put this into my routines ever since my run out. I must say my brain was well around and maybe even better than ever. And I know now it's perfectly fine to work hard and long hours as long as I got good care of my brain. So I hope I've made a rap routine knowing I know a little bit smaller for you today. And I can just ask you, please be look for your brain because it's the crown of who you are. So treat her like a queen. Thank you.